Well, I cut myself off. Sorry about that. Um, but there is sealant on the seal. I put Loctite 571 on the seal, thinking maybe this time if I put some sealant on the seal, and if it's a little out of round or it's got a little burr in there, maybe that sealant will cover that up. But it didn't. There's an issue that's beyond simple fixing. So anyway, I talked to some professionals in the industry, and they were suspicious, just like I was in the beginning, that maybe the axle's bent. At this point, I've already spent enough money on this stupid thing, doing this seal thing 4 different times, and time and money and all this kind of stuff. So I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to waste any more time. It's going to cost me some money. So you know, I'm pretty deep in this project right now. And I feel pretty stupid thinking I didn't do this the correct way the first time. Anyway, so there's the axle. I'm getting ready to change it. I actually bought some Gromolly Revolution Gear axles this time. It comes pre-assembled. You do have to assemble the lug nuts on there, or the studs, and they are the screw-in type. So I've never done that before. It's my first time doing a screw-in type stud. So we'll see how that works out. I've always pressed them in my whole life. So you gotta Loctite them and torque them down and that sort of thing. But anyway, shouldn't be a big deal. And the right hand thread, so that kind of worries me, because when I put the lug nuts on, it's going to tend to unscrew that. I don't know really how that works, but anyway, so I'm going to get back to work, and there will be another video out there, because I can't hold the phone and do this video while I'm doing this project. So hopefully, if we do other projects, we'll have somebody else here with us filming, or I'll have some sort of tripod or something, but I can't do that right now. Stand by and we'll get there, okay? So y'all just hang with me, and when I get to the next step, I'll film the next step for you too, okay? And by the way, I see this on several videos out there on YouTube and whatnot, that these people go through all this, but they don't film the whole thing. And I'm gonna try in this little short series, I'm gonna try to catch you up on every single thing that I'm doing, so that you understand what's going on. If I could turn the phone around right now, I would show you. Let's see if I can see these 4 bolts. This is new from last time. The last one was bent, so I took it out and I bought another one. By a miracle, O'Reilly's had one. So I bought one last time, and this time it's going in the trash, because this entire axle in here is gone. So just to give you a rundown, this is the keeper ring. This is what bolts this axle to the axle. This is an axle shaft. This is what bolts this axle shaft to this axle housing. There's 4 bolts in there. I think the torque specs on this is these 4 bolts are 55 pounds. I just get them ooga tight. So once they bottom out, I kind of give them another quarter turn, and it's done. So let's see. This is a keeper ring. Here's your bearing, and here's your seal. So let's see if I can show you that seal a little better. But anyway, there it is. That's the whole deal. So every time you replace this bearing or the seal, you have to cut these off. So that's what makes this job kind of a pain in the butt. You have to cut everything off of here and put new ones on. You can't just replace the seal, and you just can't just replace the bearing or just the race. You have to replace everything that's on the axle. And I've done that 4 times on this axle shaft. I don't want to do it again. I'm hoping that this pre-assembly of these things is right. And I found a few things in here that I didn't like about the way this thing is built. But I can't do anything about it. This is the way it's built, and until I buy a whole new axle, which it's in the plan, but not right now. I mean, you know, if you own a Jeep, you know what I'm talking about. You know, you want to do this and that, but you know, you run out of money going into one project and coming out of the other. So today I'm just going to replace the axle shaft. At this point, I've got this one out, so I've got some cleanup to do, and I am going to explain every step. So this step, taking this out, is pretty simple. You remove the 4 bolts. We got to remove your brakes. Okay, there's my brake caliper. You have to remove the brakes, and I had a spacer on here, so you have to remove the spacer to get all this off. And I'm looking for, oh, there's the rotor. So you have to remove the rotor, and then you come in here and remove these 4 bolts. Now, once these 4 bolts are removed, they've got pullers and everything like that, but I just took my rotor and put it on there backwards and put a couple lug nuts on there about halfway in. I used the rotor to hammer the shaft out, and that's where it's sitting right now. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. At this point, I'm going to pull the race out. I have to use a race puller. It's a little hook. It's got a little hammer thing on it. You just tap it out and it comes out. There's several ways. Sometimes the race just kind of slides out. My particular race, it went all the way in this time. Maybe that's why it's sealed. Last time I put this in, there was a space behind the race. And that's the problem I was running into, was there's exactly 250 thousandths behind the race, and I don't understand. I don't know what to say. And that's happened 4 times on this axle shaft. The other side is 1/4 of an inch away from the shoulder as well. I don't know what that's about. So the theory is that this axle is bent. So I got 2 new axles, so I'm gonna put them in and see what happens. I'm gonna sign off from here now. I'm just running my mouth, and I'm gonna get all this stuff cleaned up, and then when I start putting all this stuff back in, I'll come back and make another video for you guys. Okay? So just hold tight, stay with me. Okay? Look for the next video.